Welcome to the story of the coal grunter. This is a secret location far, far away in Cape York Peninsula. This is where we're going to collect broodstock coal grunter, send them back to the hatchery for hormone induction, and then grow the larvae up to little babies for the aquarium trade. Right here is where we find the camp of the Perch man. From this beautiful location, we're going to try and find coal grunter, catch them, and then ship them back to the hatchery where we use hormones to spawn them. The natural range of coal grunter is the western drainage of Cape York Peninsula right across the top end of Australia. Believe it or not, we catch the coal grunter using a fishing rod, the traditional way, with a hook, a really tiny hook. First we have to catch the bait. I use this brilliant net that Heiko Blair gave me many years ago. It's ideal for catching the tiny shrimp that the coal grunter just can't resist. If you don't know who Heiko Blair is, you must have been living in a cave. Google his name. He's famous for bringing many of the rare and beautiful aquarium fish into the hobby. There you go, that's exactly what we want. Looks like we've got enough now for the morning's fishing. Now while I'm doing this, there's a few things I need to watch out for. Things like this, a file snake, enough to give an old bugger like me a heart attack. Anyway, enough of this fun and games. Let's get on with what we came here for. We're looking for the broodstock coal grunter. They like to live along the bank, especially where it's been undercut by the current, in amongst all the snags. Let's put the camera down under the water and see if we can actually see them swimming along against the undercut bank. One place that you will rarely find them is out over the open sand in the middle of the river. They much prefer these hiding spots along the undercut bank. There's a striped grunter, lots of rainbows, but no coal grunter. There's got to be some here somewhere. There's a striped grunter again, but still no coal grunter. There's one. He doesn't seem to be very camera shy. In fact, he seems to be attracted to the camera. He's a very curious little fish. Maybe it's that flashing red light on the front of the camera. Where's he gone? Oh well, he's down there somewhere. Let's see if we can catch him. A little shrimp on the end of a tiny little hook. And there's a bite. There's a bite. Yes, there he is. We caught him. Perfect little male coal grunter. One little coal grunter. What a great little fish. Absolutely beautiful colours and completely unharmed. Look at this little fella. A purple spot gudgeon, one of the Magurnder species. Let's move on and see if we can find some more locations to catch a few more of these beautiful little fish. There's a spot over there that looks pretty good. Lots of tree roots that go right down into the water. Let's take a closer look. I think this will be a spot to catch another fish. Looks pretty good from down here. I think we should give this one a go. Now where was that spot? Was it along here somewhere? That looks like it just up ahead. Nice and quiet now. Sneak up on the spot. Just drop that bait in. Let it hit the bottom. Then move it up and down just a little bit to try and track their attention. Wearing Polaroid sunglasses, you can see all the way to the bottom. You need to kind of tilt your head from side to side to get the angle just right for the Polaroids to work. But I can actually see the fish attacking the bait. Did I say attacking? More like eating. They're experts at getting the bait off the hook. So here we go again. Another shrimp on the hook, and another go at trying to catch him. I don't give up very easily. I'm sure I'm going to catch this fella sooner or later. Just lower it down to the bottom of the river. Nice quiet spot here. No current, just a gentle little eddy. Yeah, I can feel him biting. He's just nibbling at it. I can see him down there, nipping at the bait. But, oh, look, he's very clever. Oh, I nearly got him then. Have another go. Go on, come on. Come back, come back. Oh, that was so close. Oh, there we go. Oh, no, missed him again. I'm going to get him. I'm not going to give up. Come on. Come on. Yep, I can see you down there. Go on, just grab it. Stop picking at it. Go on. Go on, grab it. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Yes! Gotcha! Gotcha! There you go. Oh, it looks like a nice size too. I think this one could be a female. It looks just perfect. Let's get him off the hook quickly. They're usually only hooked just in the lip. Quite often they actually fall off before you get them out of the water. But this one's just hooked in the lip. And get the hook out very carefully not to damage it. And yeah, it's another beautiful fish. Brilliant colours. Let's get it back to the transporter. I'm only actually a few feet away from my camp. So I'll put it in the back of the tank where it'll be nice and safe. Once he's safe in the tank, we're off to find another spot for some more fish. Over there, that looks like a good spot just over there. While trying to catch cold grunter, we caught a few other fish. Remember the purple spot, a GRUNTER species? Really beautiful fish in the aquarium. We also caught some mouth almighties. It's quite an unusual fish. The males actually hatch the eggs out and look after the babies in their mouth. And when they do that, their bottom jaw goes a deep purple colour. Not recommended for keeping in the aquarium. They don't call them mouth almighty for nothing. If you're interested in a bit of fun, you can even put a line out at night with a big bait on and catch one of these. We call them salmon catfish. Who's got the bigger belly, me or the catfish? I went on to catch lots of beautiful fish, including this brilliant female. After just a couple of days, I had a good range of sizes. Size range is important because generally, but not always, the males are the smaller fish. So I had lots of little fellas like this one, and lots of really nice big ones like this one. And they're all kept safely in the transporter tank on the back of my vehicle. To keep them safe, happy and healthy, we run pure oxygen in the transporter tank on the back of our vehicle. We also run an air pump. The air pump provides lots of bubbles that keeps the water circulating. As I said before, we've got a good range of sizes, and I think we've now got enough to be sure of having a good lot of females and males for our spawning season. We pack them in extra strong plastic bags. In the plastic bag we add a little bit of anaesthetic just to calm them down, and some salt that I call the aspirin of aquaculture, and then off they go on a plane back to our fish farm. Aren't they just beautiful? I personally think they're one of the best coloured fish that we have to offer in Australia. What you can see here is what they look like after they've been in the conditioning pond for a few months. That big fat fish at the top is the female, and down the bottom is the male. So the fish are now ready for us to attempt our spawn. We use a product called overprint to spawn our coal grunter. We use a very, very tiny needle so we don't do any damage to the fish. The fish are placed in anaesthetic to calm them down so that we can handle them easily during this process.
Let's see how sleepy it is now. See if you can pick it up.
Without the benefit of the anaesthetic, there's no chance I would be able to pick the fish up and hold it quietly in my hands. As you can see, this young female is fat with eggs. Her ovaries are full to the top. She's ready to receive the hormone that will ovulate her eggs. After examining a sample of the fish's oocytes, we decide she's ready for injection. Once the fish have recovered from the effects of the anaesthetic, we add them to the spawning tank. Here you can see a pair of jade perch in the spawning tank. They're much the same as coal grunter, and in about 30 hours they'll spawn naturally. And if all goes well, in just a few days we have the eggs developing and the little fish visible, and they're almost ready to hatch. Here you can see silver perch eggs actually hatching right before your very eyes. You know, the technology today is absolutely amazing. These shots were taken by simply putting the camera of a mobile phone over the eyepiece of the microscope. You can actually see the little coal grunter wriggling around inside their eggs. It's a little hard to line it up, but once you've got it in the right position, you're able to get some very clear, sharp shots. Now for the big moment. Was it all worth it? Will we end up with any little baby coal grunter? Let's watch and see. Just lift them up out of the water a bit.
Preferably the same fish. It's a good point.
They're actually
Look
really
at the
pretty,
fish.
aren't they?